Hello students, how are you? This is a new lesson. It's called relative clauses. Okay? What do we mean by clauses? Clauses are sentences. They are small sentences, but they don't have the full meaning. So there are two sentences here. Okay? I'm dealing with two sentences. And what do we mean by relative? The first sentence and the second sentence, they are related together. Okay? So we are going to see more here. This is the definition of the relative clauses. Relative clauses are pieces of information that are added to the main sentence in order to give specific data about a person or a thing mentioned in the first sentence. Here another, we're going to explain. We have, for example, a small sentence. This is the woman. Okay, this is a sentence. But does it give a meaning? Okay, it needs something. So the second sentence comes to elaborate or give information about this woman. Okay, you have here examples. She worked for a man. This man used to be a businessman. So here, look at that. Here she worked for a man. And what about this man? Or this man used to be a businessman. So here it is clear. So the first sentence or the second sentence give information about the first sentence. She worked for a man who used to be a businessman. Okay, look at that. What did we do here? What did we do? We joined the two sentences with a relative pronoun. She worked for a man who used to be a businessman. So we joined the two sentences with a relative pronoun. This is called a relative pronoun. This is the job of the relative pronoun. They join two sentences together. Okay? In the relative clause, two sentences become one. We join the two sentences using the relative pronoun. The fruit is on the table. The table is in the garden. The fruit is on the table, which is in the garden. Okay? Take care that I removed the table. Okay? I removed the table because I am joining the two sentences and I'll keep the object here. Okay? This is the fruit is on the table. This is an object. I'll keep it in the first sentence and follow it by which and remove the table again and complete the sentence. Is it clear? Again. Here are the relative pronouns that we are going to study this year. Which, who, when, where, and whose. And we are going to see each usage for each one. We use who for persons. So when I use who, do you remember that we said before that who, which, when, and where, and whose, they are question words? Do you remember that? But here they have another usage, okay, another job. They combine or they join two sentences together. We use who for persons, okay? We are not going to put it at the beginning of a question and make a question. No, we are going to put it in the middle between two sentences and who is comes after the person. Okay, this is the girl. She comes from Spain. This is the girl, and she, okay, is the subject of the second sentence. And the girl here, I'm talking about this girl. So I put who after the girl. This is the girl, and I'll omit she. Who comes from Spain? Here is the answer. This is the girl who comes from Spain. This is the relative pronoun who. Then we use which for things. This is the car, I told you about it. Okay, here we have the car, it's an object, it's a thing. I told you about it. It here comes for the car. So when I write the relative clause, I'll omit or I'll remove or cross it. I don't need it. This is the car which I told you about. We use when for time. This is the time she promised to meet me then. Again, this is the time. I'm talking about a specific time. When she promised to meet me. I'll remove then because then is an adverb of time and it is talking about this time, okay? So I'll remove it in the second sentence, so as not to repeat myself. This is the time when she promised to meet me. We use where for places, and take care after the relative pronoun where there is a pronoun or a noun. Okay, you are going to see this. This is the place she promised to meet me in. Okay, this is the place where she promised to meet me. I'll omit what? In, or I'll remove it. We use whose for possession. When I have something which belongs to someone, okay, I'll remove his or her and put whose. This is my friend's car. Okay, this is his car. His car is new. I'll omit his or I'll remove it and then remove the apostrophe s. This is my friend whose car is new. Who for person, in, object, place. This is an example. This is my friend. I met him. Him here is an object, okay? Last night in the club. This is my friend who I met last night in the club. I'll remove him because it is an object and it comes and put here who. Okay, I'm not going to repeat him again. Let's answer this exercise. Put the suitable relative pronoun. The boy sang last night is my brother's friend. I want you to think and choose. What shall I choose? Which, whose, where, who, when. The boy is a person, so I'll use who. Mom couldn't find the grocery list she wrote before she left. I always write a grocery list and leave it before going to the supermarket. My mom couldn't find the grocery list, so I'm talking here about the grocery list. It's a thing, so I'll use which she wrote before she left. The player shoulder got hurt is the captain of the team. Whose shoulder is this? The player. whose, the player whose shoulder got hurt is the captain of the team. I visited the museum, was built in 1890. I know that museum here is, it's a place also and a thing, okay? But here we are talking about it. I didn't go there, but I'll use museum as something I'm talking about. So I'll use which and not where. I visited the museum which was built in 1890. A restaurant is a place you can have lunch. Here is, I'm talking about a place. A restaurant is a place where you can have lunch. I hope you understood this lesson. You can repeat it whenever you don't understand and listen again, okay? Here, to sum up or recap what we studied in this video, relative clauses are, they give relevant information. I use who for people, and which for things, where for places, when for time, whose for possession. And sometimes, and it's not mentioned in your syllabus this year, but I can use who and that, or that. We use who or that, and also which or that. But keep it in mind, it's not in your syllabus, okay? Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.